Down south, the heat is ridiculously sticky. And yet, as a kid, I played outside it constantly. And after fully exhausting myself, I would decide to come inside to the air conditioner so that I could finally cool down. The only problem is that when I came in, it wasn't cool at all. My parents always said, "Sit still and it will cool down." But I didn't have time for that, and would often turn the air conditioner down scarcely low. Then one day, I decided to actually sit still after turning the air conditioner down. And I realized something. They were completely right. When I sat still, the thing that I wanted would actually come to me. Sitting still is uncomfortable because it forces me to saute in my discomfort. And if there's one thing I'll run away from as a human, it's discomfort. But it never occurred to me until I got to Phoenix that what I needed may be lurking in the hallways of discomfort. Yeah, downtown Phoenix, yeah. No clue what we're doing down here, but we're gonna do it, so whatever. Having no game plan is uncomfortable for me, but as I've gotten older, I've also learned that running full speed in the dark gets me nowhere. So what do you do when these contradictory ideas collide with each other? The truth is that I had no freaking clue, and I only knew one thing to do at the time. A brewski and some food! We went to a restaurant in downtown Phoenix and sat outside and simply lived. At times, I simply acknowledged the wind or embraced the silence. And even more fun, played Super Smash Bros. On Nintendo Switch. And despite all the problems that occupied my mind, I realized that in this moment, I could accept that I'm just floating on this earth without knowing a damn thing. And it's not that bad. So we decided to actually dedicate some time to getting away and letting life flow through us instead of trying to force it. And we decided to go to Hole in the Rock, which is literally just a hole in the rock. So we geared up the Nintendo Switch, some chairs, and an open mind, and left. I hate recording these intro things because they're always really awkward for me. But there's a big hole in the rock up here. So we're gonna walk to a hole in the rock. So once we finally climbed our way into the hole, all we did was simply sit there and play Super Smash Bros. And stare at the world. We didn't bring worries with us, we just went with the flow. It was powerful. Before a plane takes off, we sit on the tarmac and just wait. Suddenly the engine begins to rev up and the whole plane begins to shake, and during those moments, it feels like the plane is about to fall apart. But it's not. It's getting itself warmed up. And before we know it, we shoot off into the clouds, not knowing how to get to our destination, but knowing that our needs will be supplied and will land where we're supposed to. There's a wisdom that comes from sitting still, even if we don't know it. And that wisdom for me is that I'm powerless over what happens next. But as I keep trying to move forward, I can trust that more will be revealed.